Song. I'm trying to remember because I literally lost my train of thought. Oh, dude, I think I disagreed with you, man. I think the song was extremely structured. I think structure does not have to mean organized, and it doesn't have to mean that there's clarity in the lyrics. I think structure just means that you're following a certain pattern of the heart and soul that allows you to communicate in a frequency that maybe others might not be able to understand, but as long as you do, that's why you're making music, right? So I think it had structure, it had clarity, and I think it brought even to I think what Ryan had said there was mental and even emotional healing that was in place that was happening during the song existing, um, which I think songs can do that. But I think what also songs can do is help us bring vision to what the future might become for us. So instead of maybe just reflecting and looking at the past, it might help us ignite the future and go, okay, if I'm regretting certain things and looking to if I'm missing that child inside, how can I allow that person continue to live? And you've heard me say this, bro, a lot of times. You've heard me say this a lot, but I'm a 10-year-old kid in a 25-year-old's body. So I still love Chuck E. Cheese. I still love Cheetos, and I still love listening to the Baby Shark theme song. So like you let that live inside of you, and I think it creates this beautiful oasis of experiencing life and experiencing the joy of it. So
It's good.
that was to Ryan's point, but I think the song itself was structured nicely, and I think your lyrics can bring a lot of reflection, but I think it also can bring a lot of vision. So that's my point of thought. That's my point of view.
Love it. Love it. All right. I'll go ahead and Ben, we'll have you close. Yeah. Kind of the lyric that I was messing with the most that kind of made me think was oh, a place loses their value when people lose faith in dreams. Can you make a memory just by yourself? Do people or do people around us make us who we are? Yeah, I thought that was super cool reflection. Um, I think there was some of the lyrics. Well, I didn't know exactly what you're talking about. Um, but then there were some of them, like that one, or like the ending, or like who thinks they're healed from the hurt they gave you. Um, or then also some of the imagery at the beginning, kind of going back to when you're a kid and physically the place. I thought was really good. So I think just some of it in the middle about armament. I mean, I know you're referencing like Bible verses, but I didn't know exactly where that um kind of fit with everything. But then overall, like, yeah. So yeah, I think I have kind of those two mixes a little bit of this on this song, and then I don't know. I could think either way when it comes, structuredness and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, uh, I think sometimes it sounded kind of like you trying to make it like stuff have melody to it, and then sometimes it sounded like you were kind of just like saying something or just speaking it like spoken word. So I didn't focus on it too much because I understood that that wasn't really the point of the song. um, but I did find uh I think that sticking to either one, honestly, like another, even though you just did a voiceover, I think this is a voiceover, um, would have been, I think, a little bit more impactful to me, or having everything kind of be melodic. The in between was a little tough for me to listen to, but the uh, but I really like what you said at the end of the day. So like I look past it, but I also do have that in the back of my mind, like okay, but it's not. So Ben, what do you think?
I kind of agree with Jeffrey. I mean, I think there's parts like you said, Sean, where it could have been like more structured or more fluid. But I think like the instrumentals kind of served their purpose and not being too overwhelming. Like the point of it was to be like poetic and like tell a story of like reflection. I think this is definitely something like you're gonna be able to come back to, Joseph, in like different points of your life and be able to like give it new meaning. Because I think, I mean, I'm thinking when I'm listening to this song, I'm not thinking of like necessarily your story, but like where I've been.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be like really nice for you to come back to in 10, 15 years. But the line that really stood out to me was like the ending you deserve isn't here yet, but you gotta hold true. Kind of like giving yourself, I took it as like giving yourself something to like look forward to in the future and like not really harboring on the past, but knowing that like everything you've worked for like will come to fruition based on like what you've been through. Yeah, I really like this one.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah, it's something to look forward to give myself my younger self something to be proud of. And yeah, no, I love the song. I love building the strings at the end. And yeah, that was the point of the song. It wasn't supposed to have structure. It was supposed to just make you pause and reflect on yourself. Exactly. I don't know who. I think, yeah, Benny. I think you said it. Just like you looked at your own self in your own mirror at this, and this is what this album is supposed to do. It's supposed to just give you a maybe a goodbye you never gave your younger self. Just maybe there's something in you that was still, that's still, you still carry with you. Of course, we always will carry that parts of them with us, but something just like more like concrete and like solidified of just like, thanks for everything you did, or just like a thank you. But anyway, Sean.
Yeah. All right. Let's hit this next one. Kind of get rolling again. Time flies. Time flies. All right. Let's hit it. 3, 2, 1, go. And you made this beat?
The clock hands turn and seasons fade. The dust settles on the road I paved. The town I call my sacred ground. The echoes of laughter still resounds. Streetlights flicker where I used to dream. The years slip by like a silent stream. But every scar and every tear has shaped the story that's brought me here. The porch still creaks and the trees still sway, but the faces I knew have gone away. We chase the sun and we race the rain. Now the shadows of my youth, only thing that remains.
I bet I'll run this one first. That was "Time Flies" by JDS. No, I'm playing. All right. Yeah, I mess with that one. I mess with that one. Honestly, I think my favorite thing about that track was low-key the instrumental. Um, yeah, great job with that. Yeah, whether it's the drums, but I mean, but also like the pad and all that. Like, yeah, it was like I got like cool synthy kind of Stranger Things vibes, but then also not like. So it's a good song where it kind of felt like genreless instrumentally, which is a cool thing to do when you make your own beats. Um, is the vocal recording, is that a female you know, or is that like, or well, you made the beat, so how'd you get
It's
that?
just a sample.
Okay, yeah, I thought she was pretty good. I thought I like how you kind of blended with her. I do think the chorus was pretty memorable as well. Like, isn't it funny how quickly the time so that's pretty. I can already get them. So that means so it was a good chorus. Um, my only thing was I messed with the verses, but vocally I was, and like melodically was a little, felt a little off to me. Just a little, but overall, my mess with the song. It was I know this is a very simple thing to say about a song, but it just had a very cool vibe. It kind of had like I don't even know what, yeah, I don't even know, but it was a cool vibe. Especially from you. And I'll point out, so far track wise, I'm liking the variety. Nothing sounded really similar. But all about similar stuff. So some good uniformity, but also some good variety. Um, Ben, what do you think? What do you think of this one?
No, I agree with you a lot, Sean. I think this is one of the more like memorable kind of. It like stands out with like as far as like the beat goes and like the flow of the song. But I thought especially like adding the sample in. I've listened to like some songs where it's like it just doesn't work. But I think having the chorus flow into it like that, I think it flowed like really well. I would have known it was a sample. I thought like if you just played it for me, I would have like thought like you sung this with somebody. But yeah, I had like that kind of like late night drive feeling, which I really liked. But it definitely is something that stands out for you, like of your work for me. Yeah.
Bet. Uh, nah, Ryan, it looks like you cooking, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I would say the biggest thing for me listening to that is just, I don't know, it just brought me back, like, once again to my childhood of just seeing that everyone right now in this time has moved on, but yet me going back in my mind mentally, it brings such clarity to where I'm going in life. So I'm looking forward to playing this album when I fly back to Charlotte for Thanksgiving, bro. So thank you, Joseph.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's fire. I think like, yeah, kind of different vibe, kind of sticks out, but then the fact that it's kind of always bringing us to a reflective state, I think, super gas so far. I'm loving that. Let's go, Grayson, bro. What do you think?
I liked it. Really, really like this one, Joseph. I love the vocals. Everything just flowed very nicely, in my opinion. I think my enjoyment of a song is kind of there's a couple of different factors that go into it, but one of the factors is how well I remember it after the first time I've listened to it. And it doesn't take me three, four, five listens to really find my enjoyment in it. I like this one on the first go around, and this is something I would add to my playlist. I love the verse about how quickly time flies because it's so true, and it might seem a bit basic. Like, I know everyone says, "Well, man, just look at the time fly," but it really is true. Like when you think about it, how quickly your life will just fly by right from under you, and you just won't notice something. And something I really like about a lot of your songs is how I can take the experiences I've had in my life, listen to some of your music, and then you kind of bring that out, right? You kind of bring out my memories that I've had by talking about your life. So I really, really enjoyed this one, and I'm always probably going to be listening to this on playlists and stuff like that. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I love the beautiful vocals in the song. I think that your rhyming scheme is just on point. How you bring everything back around, and I do kind of want to listen to the lyrics and really pick them apart on another listen. So I don't really want to speak too much to the lyrics because I want to be able to listen to them again so I can have a better opinion on them. But I really, just from the first listen, I really enjoyed this one. So good job, man.
Hey, I sent you the lyrics for the whole album.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
check your text.
Okay. Yeah. Let me check real quick because I think if I can get this, was that the link? Okay. Yeah, that was the link
Yeah.
you sent me.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right. I gotta sign in to view
You're good.
those. But yeah, yeah.
You're good.
I'll take a look at those a little bit later on. I don't want to hold anything up. But yeah, good stuff,
Very
man.
good.
I enjoyed it.
Appreciate it. And it's okay if you guys wondering why Gray is here, why he's here today, it's because of reviews like that. His thoughts, his emotions, how he portrays it, that was beautiful. Good lord. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
I'm blushing, but you can't see it.
Bro, what
But
the?
yeah,
All right,
good stuff,
child,
man.
bro. Bless us with your words, child. Please, bro. Please.
Hey, bro, I don't know my word's gonna have too much blessing behind it, but we'll see. I thought it was a good song, man. The meaning, the piece behind it, I think is kind of what I felt throughout the whole entire song. It's just like, man, it is funny how quickly the time flies. Like in a blink of an eye, one moment is here, one moment is not. I got a lot of imagery in my mind. It's like literally seeing somebody's like whether it's past an event, something big in somebody's life literally flashes in a blink of an eye. I thought it was really cool. Um, I thought the drums, this might be one of my favorite drums I've heard at least in a while from you, bro. I feel like the drums were really amazing. It was a standout for me in this song. The chorus was super catchy, bro. Super vibey. I was even by the end of it, bro. I was singing along. Like I just thought that was super dope. I thought that was cool. I will say I agree with Sean. Like I do think the first verse was amazing. Like the first verse was good. It was really really good. And then the second verse kind of took me out of it. I felt like the pacing of that second verse was just a little bit off. I felt like I felt like you were trying to rap too quickly with the beat that it was on. I felt like if that verse was on a different beat, like a little bit more of a faster tempo and a higher BPM beat, like that could be good. But with this one, this was super like lower, it's melodic, and it was way more chill. I felt like the energy for that second verse was just a little bit high, but that was just me. I felt like overall, still a good song. Um, it didn't take me out of it too much to where I couldn't jump back into the chorus after it. Like I thought it was a really good song, man. Like I said, by the end of it, I was singing along, and then whenever you took some of you just had the drums in it on that last one of the last chords, I was like, "Sick, let's go." That was a nice touch. So
Jeffrey, what you got, bro? What do you think?
Uh, I expected more from it, to be honest with you. I expected more. It wasn't my favorite. I wanted more.
I bet.
Cool. Yeah, that song was just fun. So that song was like 7 different versions before I came to that, and I wanted to make something that like the drums just punch you inside of the freaking face. That's exactly what I wanted with that song. And yeah, you're just like, oh, you're vibing with the pad, you're vibing with then the sample comes in, you're like, okay, and then just boom, ba ba ba, and it's just like, okay. So yeah, no, I enjoyed that song. That was so much fun to make. There is legitimately 7 toms and kicks and basses lined up like this for those hits. It's like 7 of them just stacked. It's so cool. It's so fun to hear. But yeah, that's just just a fun song. It really just truly like time really just does fly, and we say it kind of ironically sometimes, but it really is so true. Of just like here 1 minute, gone the next, whatever the case might be, friends, family, whatever, and it's just yeah, it's wild. So yes, we'll skip Friends for a season. That's a signal that's been released already. We'll do I'll Wait. Yeah, we'll do I'll Wait next because it's a good little one. There's deeper meaning to it for an interlude.
All right. All right. I just want to point out that whole song's vibe is like this. That's kind of how I felt. How quickly the tide. All right. Sorry. All right. I'll wait. Y'all get ready on that one. Boom. Let's hit it. Go.
I will wait for you. I will wait time and the season, you'll be the reason I will wait for you. I will wait for you. I will wait for you through the time and the season. Oh, you'll be the reason I will wait for you. I will wait for you. I will wait for you through the highs and the lows. How far I'll go, I wait for you.
I'll go first. Yeah, keep it short on this one. Interlude. Um, unless y'all got something crazy to say. Yeah, just looking sound heavenly, and bro, I might gotta put my hands up for this one. I don't know. You know what I mean? It might be a little blasphemous, but I'm like, yeah, I kind of gotta put my hands up for this one. Um, yeah, super cool vibe. Very different switch up. My two thoughts. Well, one of them is a question. Well, okay, I have like four thoughts. I think so I think your singing is really good on when you say "I will wait for you," but I wasn't the hugest fan when you said like do the highs and the lows. I feel like it almost felt like you were trying to reach for a note and you kind of like your voice got like pinched in a sense, especially towards the end. Um, where I think in some sense that sound kind of came from the tenderness you wanted to portray, like wait for you. I get that, but I don't. It just came. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I felt like you're trying to go for a note, but wasn't totally able to hit it. But then at the beginning, like I'll wait for you, I thought you hit it perfectly. But it was very pleasant nonetheless. And then I'm wondering, like pleasant, heavenly, but then here and there, felt like didn't hit what you're reaching for. So mixed, but overall I mess with it. But my question is, are you talking? And maybe it's a little too. I gotta figure this out. But are you talking about you'll wait for yourself? You wait for a girl? I know that's some of your lyricism before has kind of been all about that. Is it God saying he'll wait for you? Or is it just kind of left to interpretation?
Well, if I can interject for a second, if you guys look under the lyrics that he sent us, it says that he's technically waiting for the future misses.
Yeah,
Oh, for real?
and the album fun facts. If you scroll the
I
top,
can relate with.
but also
Oh
too,
yeah.
it definitely can be left up to interpretation. Like at first, this was a double meaning of the future misses, but also for God. But then I'm like, that doesn't really make sense because the Lord's
Yeah.
always waiting on us. He's not, I'm not waiting for him. We're not in a place of like, Lord, come help us. No, he's waiting for us most of the time. So, but you absolutely, you can also be kind of to yourself of like, I'm waiting for you to get better. Or, you could put it in the context of this album of my younger self waiting for me to get through the seasons, through the highs and the lows. You can take it any type of way. But specifically, it was going to be more about God and the future misses, but
Okay.
right, it just turned into the future misses, and it's just a simple song. It's just something I made just kind of just to get off my chest. Just something that I just wanted to just say.
Yeah. Okay. Um. Dope. Shiloh, what'd you think? So is it Chile or Shiloh? I don't want to say it wrong.
Kyle, but I mean, I respond to either. It's like chai tea to the T, I replace for the L. Um,
Oh. All
yeah.
right. All right. What'd you get for the?
Yeah, so I rock with the song, man. I do agree with Sean. Like, I feel like the through the highs and lows, I feel like if you would have like kept your voice low, Like I felt like that would have helped because, and then you'll go, and then whenever you say how far I'll go, and after that, you kind of your voice, you can kind of tell your voice kind of trembles a little bit, kind of going to the go, which that might be an effect that you're just trying to add to. Which that if so, then cool, but if not, then it's kind of like if you keep your voice low, like vocally, if you keep your voice low through the highs and lows, and then you'll be able to kind of more smoothly go over to the next line. But I felt like I did feel like it was like a worship vibe, bro. I did like some CCM vibes for sure. But to know that's by the misses, I feel like that's super cool. And honestly, in the interpretation that I got is like it's you're not necessarily talking about her highs and lows. You're kind of talking about your highs and lows. Like of just like personally, just like through my highs and lows, through my kind of my patience and impatience. I felt like that was really cool. It's just like just my interpretation through it, and
That's too fire.
just seeing like I'll wait for you, um and kind of even the emphasis how far I'll go to wait for you. I felt like it was really cool. So
Dope. All right, Benya, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with Sean and Child about like vocally, but what I really liked about like so I guess really the album so far is like how applicable it is to like different situations. Like before I scrolled up and read what it was about, I really thought it was like a really like a kind of religious song of like kind of like God talking through you, like to you. But yeah, I mean it makes more sense knowing it's about like the your future, but yeah, not many thoughts, but I really like how it's just like you can kind of see it in different like from different perspectives. It's not really like kind of cut and dry like limited. It leaves like space for interpretation.
All right, Ryan, what you think, bro?
I was like seeing myself in the heavenly places and getting in a very super spiritual sense of like, I don't know, waiting on Jesus to come back, not to go on eschatology, end times kind of feel, but like, I don't know, just so much of like God just wanting to like restore the whole earth and all that good stuff. So that's what I was getting.
Dope. All right, Jeffrey, what you think, bro?
I enjoyed it. I mean, it's a simple song, nothing too crazy to it. Nothing too extravagant, very simplistic. I think all albums tend to carry that pattern, at least in one song in theirs or another. I don't think, I think especially if you're trying to convey a certain story, which it sounds like obviously there's a theme throughout it, then yeah. I don't know if this song necessarily conveyed that theme throughout the album. But I know that from what you were talking about, Jeff, you were saying, you're waiting for your wife, which I think is part of what the life that your younger self was hoping you would chase is the one where you have a wife and you have a kid and you have family. So I understand that. I
That's a
just
gas take.
don't know if it was I just don't know if people listen to the album if that's what they're gonna if that's what it's gonna convey to them. But again, what I like about music is that it can mean a million different things to a million different people. So
Wow.
All right, dope. All right, Grayson, what you got, bro? Bless us.
Yeah, okay, so when I first listened to the song, I think I completely misunderstood what Joseph was talking about when he was saying he would wait, because I kind of had the same question, like, okay, who are you waiting for? And I just assumed, like kind of the rest of you did, that you were talking about obviously like waiting for God, waiting for him to do something in your life. And you said that you did kind of leave it up to interpretation, but you were more leaning towards finding that person still that you were waiting to come into your life, which actually would make more sense now, having listened to a couple of songs ago, you talking about how you want in your life to have kids, to have a wife, to have that kind of a life. So I think that makes a lot more sense as to, you talking about a
Yeah, that
wife.
was a
But
good
yeah,
callback.
I yeah, I just I think that there was some vocal strain at certain points with the song, and it could have been a little bit more ironed out in a way. And again, I think the song still was really really good to listen to. But yeah, just if I were to have any criticisms at all, I would just say that the vocal strain was a bit heavy handed sometimes. But other than that, I think the song was very good, and I love the meaning behind the song too. So yeah, I enjoyed that one.
Awesome. Yeah, because a lot of people are gonna know the story, right? They're gonna think, okay, who's he waiting for? It's
Yeah,
more up
yeah.
to interpretation more than anything. But all right, folks, I need everyone just to take a moment because you're about to listen to the greatest JDS song ever made. This song is 6.5 minutes. I'm gonna throw a couple fun facts in this. We're just bear with me. A normal track will take about 20 to 15 revisions before it sees the light of day. This one had 42. 6.5 minutes, over 50 instrumental tracks. 50. Just instrumentals. We're not even including vocals. With vocals, aiming to around 60, 65. This song is if you took Interstellar by the movie and Avengers Endgame and smashed them together. This is cinematic. Don't think about this song. Let your mind be unraveled in the story. Also, too, can I get everyone to have their cameras on for this song? Everyone, for just the whole thing, because this song is the pinnacle. It's the toppest tier of JDS production and vocals and sound. So trust me, I've been hyping this song for years. This is a 3-year song in the making. I've never been more proud. I've never been more thankful, and I've never been so crazy. This song triggers something, and I want to see which one it will trigger in you. There's actually a chemical that when you listen to a certain frequency creates goosebumps when they're combined together. And I unintentionally created that frequency in this song with the mountain, the peak of it. And you'll see what I'm talking about with the build up to it. But yeah, just get lost. Get lost in this song. Don't think about any of the other ones that we've talked about before. And just let this be the absolute pinnacle of JDS production and sound. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, Stuart, look, it's a great day to go fly. On behalf of the KSC Processing and Launch Team, I'd like to wish you, your crew, and the whole Hubble Space Telescope team a great mission. Good luck, Godspeed. We'll see you back here in about 11 days. Enjoy the ride, pal.
Madness to beauty, fullness to lonely. Guess it just happens to me. I get mesmerized by a place I once beloved. Fought over a face I once loved. Now to a place I'm so numb. If I lift off to the sky, if I stretch my arms, would I go home? Can you hold my heart there? Ascending, but I'm timed equal tragedy. Oh, I fell, and I'm still falling. Will I ever hit the ground? Is there more than what I found? If it all goes away, would it make a sound? Caught in a place between worlds, a state of wonder, state of fear, a place I can't control, leaving the atmosphere. If I lifted off to the sky, if I stretched my arms, would I go home? Would I go? Can you hold my heart there? If I lift off to the sky, if I stretch my arms, would I go home? Can you hold my heart there? If I lifted off to the sky, if I stretched my arms, would I go home? Would I go? Can you hold my heart there?
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Sean, I'm gonna take over for this one, and then please resume your leadership duties afterwards. Benyon.
Really put me first. All right. Um, I think my favorite part of just like the production of it when you lead up to like the countdown and then following that before you go into like the last like repeated chorus, incredibly well done. Like that was like, yeah, I don't really have words for it. It was so it was like smooth, but it was also like catchy. It wasn't like too much in either direction. Yeah, I'm going back to listen to that immediately after we end this call. But yeah, I really like that. To me, it almost felt like a kind of a precursor to the first track of like kind of still being stuck in that like state of like nostalgia, but like kind of on the journey to acceptance of it. Um, so that's kind of what I was thinking about when I was listening to it. But yeah, I'm gonna sit with this one. This was your best production I think I've heard from you. It was really well done. At least I thought, but I think it was really well done.
Yeah. Thanks. Jeffrey.
I apologize. Can you give me like 5 seconds? I'm changing my shirt.
You're good. You're good. Grayson.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. I think I just kind of did like you said. I didn't really listen to the lyrics all that much, but I just kind of let myself just kind of be uh, entranced by the music. I guess you could say
Yeah.
because I guess that's kind of what you were going for in the first place. Um, I enjoyed it, and it was definitely a longer song. What was the like production budget on this one? Like you clearly went all out to get this song because I mean you really blazed it up when you were talking about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed it, and I thought it was very well put together. And the vocals were great too. Like I know I had some complaints about the vocals on previous songs, but this one I think was really, really like it was really clean. You really cleaned it up. I thought it sounded very nice. I thought your voice paired very well with the instrumentals. And yeah, I can definitely see why you drew comparisons to like Interstellar, just because it was like a very long, sweeping song, a lot of ups and downs. But I really kind of like that point towards the end where you really brought it all together and there was kind of the music swelled and it all sounded really really nice. So I enjoyed this one. I'd probably give it like a probably a good 8 out of 10. Good stuff, man.
Thanks, bro. Ryan.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I literally saw you, my friend, like rising up in the heavenly places. I don't know how to describe it. Just the song was giving that feel of you like rising up, but then also like falling down. Like I don't know how to describe it. Just falling down, but also knowing that grace is catching you. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was just like a beautiful image of just me seeing you, bro, in a movie kind of way. So
Thanks,
yeah.
bro. Thanks. Jeffrey, bro. Maybe.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Um, there. I'll say this once. There is beauty in instrumentals, bro. So why didn't you give us more?
More. More.
There's be- there's beauty in instrumentals, and you let it play for literally like 40 seconds. And so I'm a little disappointed there wasn't more. I am a big fan of instrumentals. I like where the music I like where you just let the music go and it just runs berserk. But dude, that was so, that was so sick. I'm trying to figure out, there was a point in it. You had some guy, I think, singing in the beginning who was like backing you up on your vocals. And was it not that guy? Maybe that was the previous song.
That
I think it
was
was a
me.
previous song. Wait, what?
That was all those vocals are just me.
Where you were going high?
Yep.
Dude, well done. Well done. I liked it. I think you going high added like some true depth to your vocality as far as the verses in the beginning are concerned, which were like fascinating. Because I don't hear that a lot in your music, man. So I think that was really, really, really well done. Um, yeah, I wanted more. I wanted more in the instrumentals, man. But it sounded it was again kind of like a movie. It played really quickly and it makes me want more. But I think that's what is so intriguing about your music in its entirety is it makes people come back for more. It makes people listen a second, third, a fourth, a fifth, a tenth time because they don't quite get it the first time. Kind of like, as you've already kind of mentioned, kind of like Interstellar. People can watch the movie one time and not get it, so they have to rewatch it so they understand it better. Kind of like we did. You remember watching Tenet? You remember when in the theater we were watching with pops? And I think it was you, me, and just and Choi Choi. And the four of us walked out. We're like, bro, did any of that make sense to you guys? And all of us were like, no. Uh, but I think what's so intriguing about this song, dude, it was like I'm literally listening to it and I'm like, bro, what the freak is happening? Uh, it was very much transcendent to kind of Ryan's point, and I really enjoyed it, man. I really did. I think the drums were great. I think you stayed on time. I don't expect anything less. Uh, I think you really absolutely nailed that, man. I think you hyped it up where I thought it was gonna be something different, so I was pleasantly surprised. And so I'm a little biased. I think Forget My Name still might be my favorite JDS album, but or song, but I think this one is a very close, very close third.
Third. Okay,
Because I already got
what's
my top two favorites.
what's second?
I'm trying to remember, was it remember I called you? I was by the beach and I told you there was one song I listened to. It was really good.
Oh,
Remember what was the name of it?
yeah, Friends for Season. Yeah, you rocked with that one.
I think that
Extremely
yep,
heavy.
I think that one was well, that's gotta be one of my favorites.
All right. Thanks, bro. You're like a freaking Uno wild card. I have no idea what you're gonna say in your reviews. No idea. I can pretty much guess pretty close what maybe Benyon or Sean will say. I have no freaking idea what you're gonna say. I just went through a whole roller coaster of emotions right then in that one review. Anyway, Sean.
What am I gonna say?
No, I'm not gonna.
Um, no, you're right. It was kind of like, oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I actually agree a decent amount with Jeffrey. I think it was something different than I was expecting it to be, kind of based off of how you're talking about it. I almost expected the whole thing to be, like how the back half was. So yes, I do think there was a degree where I kind of was like, I was like, bro, I want to explode, you know. And so and that's not to say I didn't like it, but I think I would definitely this one like on a second, third listen, I would understand it a little bit more. Because I think your hyping up does a good thing, but it already sets a pre expectation. Because yeah, I was looking forward to like to think for the crescendo part in the build to come a little quicker and a little bit longer. So because like the beginning part, the first 4 minutes is dope, but like the back half is insane. You know what I mean? So but that's how songs are a lot of times. We're like this, it builds. That's fine. I just wasn't expecting that. If that makes sense. So yeah, I did think again as normal, it's kind of like a mix. Like I thought like the verses or the first verse, I was like, okay, I don't know about the vocals, but then the vocals were really, really good. And then the second verse was really good. Um, I will say there is a degree too where I kind of like the tease because it was kind of like leaving the atmosphere. I'm like, oh, okay, and now we getting back. So I liked how. I guess the plus would be is like even though you necessarily didn't go right there right away, or it's not like it had like two builds or whatever, you still had that kind of spacey atmosphere from the beginning. So I kind of was already there. Um, I like what you're talking about lyrically, and then I'll just talk about the actual like. I mean, the ending is dope with the, uh, with the what do you mean? What do you call it? I mean the
Sonar.
space announcer. You know what I mean? Yeah, so
Yeah.
whatever. No, not the sonar. The one, two, or
Oh, oh,
one
oh.
small step for man. Whatever.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
the
yeah.
heck? Neil Armstrong,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Anyways,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that was dope. But I liked some of the like. I'm not gonna do it. I cannot do it with my mouth. But the melody that you have playing along, like during the groove drop in section, whatever you want to call it, the da 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 whatever yeah.
Yeah.
Some kind of synth. There's also some cool like instrumental stuff you sprinkled in at the beginning. Um, some kind of like keys chime sound kind of thing. Um, so yeah, I think once it dropped, it was dope, and it's dope because it dropped once and then it kind of paused out and then it kind of came in again. Yeah, I don't know if me necessarily like wanting more of it is a product of the song or just the expectations that was kind of set before. Um, so yeah, I must have. I mean, definitely really really good production, and good lyrics and all that too. But I wouldn't really focus on that much. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chael.
Bro, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, man. It was a good song, like really, really good song, man. Production wise, great. Like I felt like everything was mixed. I know you talked about having so many layers. I feel like the mixing of it was great. You were saying that it has 42 revisions, and I'm like, crap. But I can tell like a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of heart was put into the song. Um, Definitely up there in one of my favorite JDS songs, man. It was like it might be my favorite, bro. Like I don't know, bro. I'm
Yeah.
still it like Jeffrey was saying, like a movie, like a really good movie. You don't just watch it once and kind of have your stone opinion on it. Like you have to watch it. For this one, like I'll have to listen to it again. It's a great song. Like I truly, even during towards that countdown, you like the drums coming in was super awesome too. And then it was just like just a whole experience. Like it wasn't just like a one take thing, bro. It was just an experience, and it was great. Um, yeah, great song, man. Great song.
Dang. Thanks, bro. Your mic quality also sounds fantastic too. Yeah, that song
Appreciate
is
it.
nice. Also, none of you caught it, but there's a surprise cameo actually in this song. That countdown, the 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, that is done by Nathan Harms himself. I shot him a text. I'm like, hey man, I need you to do something really weird. I need you to do a straight intense countdown from 10 all the way to 0. He's like, dude, bet. And yeah, so that's Nathan Harm. He's sprinkled in this album. He's got a stepping stone in it. So that was super cool. Yeah, he killed it. He did a great job doing that. But yeah, no, that song is just nuts and crazy. I've glazed it enough. I don't need to go any further. But now, kind of picture yourself with this. You've taken off, right? You are now leaving the atmosphere. You are in space. So the next song is a follow up to being in outer space. It's a follow up to the future. It's a follow up to who did we just lose? Gray. It's a follow up to just what's coming next with the next 2 tracks. Most of you have heard this song already. Child, I'm very very curious to see your opinion on this, bro. Because you know how like I haven't rapped in forever, and I haven't been the greatest with like flows, and like choppiness has been my downfall. So this song solidifies me saying that I still got it. I still freaking got it. So anyway, let's get it. I don't know what happened to Gray. Yeah, if he joins in here, joins in here. But all right, the future calling home. 3, 2, 1.
Did you make this beat?
Yes.
trapped in a world and I'm feeling so hollow. Going past the edge of life, wish I could rewind. Searching for a place to call mine. Give me one more chance, just let me stay. The drugs I took to get rid of the pain. Broken dreams, yeah, stacked in a glass dome. Lightning fast that it all went by. 3 years blurred underneath the sky. Always moving, never still. No more towns left on a hill. How do you miss what you never knew? How do you love when love won't ever come through? How do you stand on the ground that gives away? What do you do when time is ripped away? Voices through the mist, the ghost that I missed. The weight of then I'm wishing again. It's not just the people, it's the place, it's the vibe. People don't understand till they are inside. It wasn't easy keeping you all apart. Every memory from there left a scar on my heart. It wasn't easy watching a broken boy bleed. Moving was for the best, the coastline was a test. Don't forget where you've been, don't let the dark days win. It was that town that you believed in, the town that whispered there's a reason to be free. That kid still needs you, he's holding on the promise you said you told him was true. I'd find a better life, you swore to him one day you'd be alright. You walked through the fire with nothing but the faith. You carried the dreams in silence no one could trace. Nights with no sleep, pain in your chest, still woke up daily and gave it your best. And see, you became the future that kid he prayed he'd be. So don't stop now, give it all you have and call home and tell him I made it, and every tear was a seed of a life we dreamed. I wanna go, go, go home. I wanna go.
What's going on?
Gray, if you
But
I don't know if-
anybody want to go home?
Gray, if you want to listen to the song, you can, but it was released already, so it's up to you.
Yeah, you guys seem like you were jamming. What? Sorry, my Discord crashed.
You're
Sorry,
good. Listen, deafen if you want, and listen to the Future Calling Home, and then we'll save you for last.
The future calling home.
Yep,
Okay, yeah. Let me listen to that real quick. I'll bring it back.
go for it, Sean. Go for it, Sean.
Hold on. Okay. But I'm already at my house right now, but that song made me want to freaking drive away and come back home. Bro, Lil King. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I'll go first. Yeah, that's the best song on the album so far.
What? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. No issue. The rapping's perfect. The chorus is perfect. The instrumental is perfect. Yeah. Now this might sound controversial. I like that better than Liftoff. Way better than Liftoff. That's not because Liftoff trash or nothing like that, but that's just I mean that song is kind of like you were saying, it's almost like the opposite of all the stuff I would have critiqued you for in that kind of song. The exact opposite of all of it. So the rap is great. The instrumental is great. I mean, the instrumental isn't just like good lyrics. Like, oh, bro, you made good instrumental. Like, no, it's good. Like, bada, bada. Yeah, feel me, bro? So now I'm hype on that one. That one's a 10 out of 10. Best song yet. One of my favorites you've ever made. So, yeah, bro. Now we gotta save Shael for second last because, you know, Jeffrey, what do you think, bro? I saw you vibing with me too.
Oh, I didn't see you, man. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention to anyone.
Very good.
I stand corrected. That's my favorite JDS song ever,
Let's go, baby.
bro. I don't know if you know who John Bellion is, but you on some type shit, bro. I'm telling you. You jumped on his joint, and I don't know what train, I don't know what, bro. You jumped on some madness. Yeah, that's my favorite song that you've ever made.
Dang. Let's go, bro. All right, Ryan, what are you thinking, bro? So positive so far. What are you thinking, Ryan?
I'll be right back. I'm actually gonna listen to it one more time.
I really liked it. It reminded me of some like science fiction kind of feel, like you're in a spaceship, like I wanna go home, and I don't know, just it made me want to go into city streets and just like drive that car and head on home.
Bro, raining outside, blue light.
I don't know about raining outside.
Bro,
That wasn't the feel I was
bro, let's all
getting.
go
But
home real quick. My bad, my bad. All right, all right. Yeah. Yeah, so okay, so Chow gotta go. Oh no, sorry, Ben. What do you think?
I think Joseph will attest that like rap is like not like what I ever reached for, but this is definitely I think this is the best, like easily the best rapping you ever done. Like I think sometimes like it just speaks to like how much you've kind of grown in it. The like lyrics flowed really well. Nothing felt like kind of like smashed together, like rushed. Um, and it like there wasn't like a like sometimes there's like a cut between like when you go from the verses to the chorus. I think it flowed like insanely well. Like the like everyone like the beat was really good. Like Ryan, like was it Ryan? Sean said like windows down, like rolling through the city. Like this is an exception for me, rap wise. I really liked it.
What a gas take. Thank you, Benyon.
What do you think, Chow, bro?
Bro, you were in your bag. Holy crap. Like I was following along with the lyrics on my phone, bro. I was like, dang, this brother's really spitting right now. Like absolutely in your bag, man. It was a fire song. Like the verse was great, the chorus was great. I know I said earlier, I think it was never going back. I was like, if anybody wanted to listen to JDS, that what song it's gotta be The Future Calling Home. Like I could tell why you released that as a single. I'm honestly mad I missed. I think did I know? Yeah, I missed this one as a single. It was yeah, this one I missed as a single. I'm mad I missed this one as a single, bro. I was that song was amazing. Had an absolute vibe to it. And you said you made it beat yourself, bro?
100%.
Phenomenal job. Phenomenal job. Like everything about that beat was amazing. Dude, oh man, you got two of my favorite JDS songs on this album. Dare I say that this might be my favorite JDS album. If
No
it keeps on
shot.
going like this,
No
if it
shot.
keeps on going like this, bro, it has to. I can't have two of my favorite JDS songs on this album and not say it's my favorite album, bro. Like
Yeah.
everything
Wait,
so
glass
far
one?
has
Oh,
been a
cool.
vibe. You said
Thanks,
what?
bro.
My bad. Never mind.
No, you good. You good. You
That's
good.
done.
So phenomenal song, brother. Good job.
All right, Grayson. There's a theme here.
All
There's a
right,
theme.
I just finished the song, and I have one thing to say. Actually, I've got multiple things to say. Good job. Very good job, my friend. Okay. So I was secretly waiting, and I was like, all right. So when are we just gonna have him just break out of the gate with just some heat? And don't get me wrong, I love the slower type songs. I love the kind of the I call them midnight drive songs. And you've been pumping out a lot of those lately. But I was kind of just waiting to see like, all right, is he gonna drop some bars? Are we gonna see some serious uh lyrical heat come from JDS? And really, really glad we got at least one of those songs on this album. Like this kind of reminded me of something Sean would drop in like his glory days. Not saying he's not still in his glory days, but you know, like 2019, 2018, where he just didn't hold back. And I really liked it. Yeah, everything about the song was great. The instrumentals were great. The flow was on point. I really, really like songs that keep the flow going, that don't stop, that don't really settle for any break points. I love a straight, consistent flow, and that was really good with this song. So I enjoyed it. It's really catchy. It's going on the playlist, and yeah, this is probably my favorite song of the album. So really good job, man. Really good job.
Thank you. Yeah, no, this
Yes,
song was
sir.
made 2 months ago. 2 months. 2 months ago. So the most recent song on the album, I almost wanted to like prove to myself too that I still could rap. And because I like it further out Burn the Box, I didn't do very well for Craxis. And then most of this album too is not. It's not like that at all. So I'm like, I just need something to have fun. And that sample, that beginning one, the da 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 da, like that vocal chop. As soon as I heard that as a sample, over. I knew that I was going to snap. I knew something hard was going to go into it. Making the drums for this song was so much fun. And then those synths and that synth bass that comes in right after the vocal chop for the intro of the song. Oh my God, that sent me to high heaven because my car is very bassy, and that almost like just shook the entire foundation of my home when I played it for the album listening party. And it was, it's such a fun song. I didn't think this would be the song on the project that would do as well, because I was only going to do 2 singles, too, Friends for a Season and Hannah, and then drop the album. But I'm like, I love this song so much. I need to give it its own tiny little spotlight, even though it's kind of in the in-between of everything, because it was such a fun song just to make. And the hook from the lyrics, my favorite one though is the ending of verse 2. So I'm telling myself, once again, so best to call home and tell him I made it, and every tear was a seed of a life we dreamed. I don't think I've ever have made a more profound line than that one right there. And then the beat cuts out and it comes right back into it. But okay, so it ends interesting, right? It ends interesting, right? It ends with a ringing of a phone. Sean, go ahead.
I'll just play the next joint. 3, 2, 1, go. You make this beat?
So sorry to interrupt. Which one are we on again, please?
Dear Younger
Can
Me.
someone tell me?
It feels so
Dear
strange to
Younger
talk
Me.
to you now,
Okay,
knowing
thank
what
you.
I know. Your life seems so simple, yet so full of endless possibilities. You have no idea what's ahead of you. You think you got it all figured out. Life feels predictable, work, friends, church, family, it all feels safe. But little did you know? You believe the world around you is always going to stay the same. The same faces, the same places, the mountains, those breathtaking sunsets you never stop to fully appreciate. Yet you were restless. You complained, saying, I want to grow up, I want to be married, I want a family. Everyone else has one, why can't I? But did you ever stop to consider the price of those things? Looking back, you had it easy, despite the pain you put yourself through, the times you searched for love in the wrong places, or the moments you hurt yourself just to feel alive. You still turned out okay. Your childhood was almost too easy. Although you didn't see it, the teenage years stripped you away of your innocence, but they also opened your eyes to the real world. Even though all of that, the divine protection that was over your heart, your spirit, your life was unmistakable. You couldn't have known the life you would have had. That moment that shocked you to your core just to see how good things once were. Moving to the shoreline felt like an ending, but you turned out to be just the beginning of everything. That's where you found yourself, that's where you discovered your purpose, set you on a path that changed you forever. But now, from where I stand, it's easy to see all of things clearly, but in the moment it wasn't. I wish I had, given our hometown a proper goodbye it deserved. I wish I would have given you the proper goodbye you deserved. But we had to grow up fast, and in a way, it made us stronger. You never imagined you end up here. Do you ever think you ever live in the mountains, go back to school? Do you ever believe you'd become a man that you once dreamed about all those years ago? But here you are. The dream that's once flickered in your heart has finally come true. But it came at a cost. And that cost was losing you. So here's to you, my younger self, to the world and the life we once lived, to the lessons we learned, to the songs that we now tell this story through. I know it wasn't easy. I know I lost you. But thank you. And as always, from me to you.
Not a reference, Sean. Not a reference.
All right, Gray, you had to go last time, bro. Go first, bro. Bless us. Start us. Bro, Gray, please go.
I'm not done with it yet.
But he's probably still finishing.
Yeah, I'm on the tail end. Give me just a
All right, Ryan, start us off, bro.
Yeah, I was thinking in some ways, not all, but in some ways, this is like the future me talking to me in this season right now. Yeah, I don't know. It was taking me more into the future than it was talking to my past self. So, um, loving it a lot. And then What else? What else? I'm loving the drums at the very end. That was like really good, like conclusion, good finishing line. Very creative. And there was like one thing I was like that was standing out to me. What was it? What was it? Yeah, I saw like an image of you, Joseph, like raising a glass in the air, just saying, "Here's to you." And I really appreciate that about you, bro. Much love.
All right, Benny, what do you think?
I don't have too much to say on this one, like production wise, but I think it's a really nice like change of pace because, like I've been saying, it's like the album, it kind of like all the songs can be applied to like multiple things, but having like a real, I feel like this is really personal to you, and like kind of like leaving that touch of like where you are in your life, like right now, and just like speaking to like kind of what Ryan was saying, like future you is like kind of just telling yourself like be patient, like have faith, like really relax in where you are in life, and like it'll come to you. Just you gotta need to like chill out a little bit. But I really, yeah, I think it has a really good place in the album too, like placement wise, track wise.
Jeffrey, what you got, bro?
I loved it, man. Again, I'm a big fan of the instrumentals. Just wanted a little bit more. Wanted a little bit more. But I liked it. Very, you're very aware, man. A lot of people are, especially at your age, and I think that you're aware enough to have these conversations with yourself, but have be vulnerable enough to actually open these conversations to the rest of the world for them to hear. The level of vulnerability that a lot of people try to achieve for in music. And they get to a certain point where they get too big and they can't find that, or they get too big and so they crash and then they find that. But again, people don't do that till like they're in their 30s and 40s, and you're already not even in your mid 20s yet. So I think that's a very incredible thing to be celebrated, and I think it's something that you really should speak. You should celebrate, bro. So we celebrate you, man. Great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. Yeah, not too much to say about it. I messed with the vulnerability with what you're saying. Super honest. Definitely like a good turning point track. Um, I'm guessing because some of the other ones are kind of like, I mean, literally the last song is like, I want to go home, and this one's like, I get you, but let's move on. And then I think South of Payson is gonna kind of be about, okay, what is it like now that I go back? So, um, so I like that. I will say, this is both a critique and a positive at the same time. Is I think you could have said all this in a normal song.
Interesting.
Yeah, now not the exact same way. Obviously, interludes have a certain part, but I don't know. I'm almost feeling like when you're explaining these things within songs, I'm getting it perfectly. But then, like, I think with this one, like 7, 8, 8, 9, I'm like, I don't know. It's almost you're almost making it like, I don't know. You're making it too clear for me. Like, I feel like you could kind of do it through a song, but then it's kind of not the point. And so I like how clear you made it, right? So I kind of split on that. Like I mess with it, but yeah. Um but yeah, just very honest. Very, very real. I appreciate that. Chad, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a great interlude. Like that was the perfect interlude for me, man. Like it was just like something that's calm, something that is um not only is it calm, but like it's just like kind of just conveying your emotions. And also I love like spoken word. So like the fact that this was like pretty much spoken word, I thought was really dope. He gave a it was just like a shout out to kind of what honestly what you put into words for me because we've talked about it of just like felt like you didn't give Arizona a proper goodbye and you came over here and just like this gave you the trajectory of where you want to go and now you're in the mountains and you just said like never would I've thought I would be living in the mountains doing what I want to do kind of going to the place where I want to go and kind of going through each stage of your life. I thought it was really cool. It's just like just never thought you imagine that you end up there. Yeah, I just thought it was really cool. It was just like, I think a callback that I got. I don't know if you meant this intentionally, but you said the dream that once flickered in your heart has finally came true. I felt like that's a callback to Time Flies. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but like that it was like you blinked and then it was a callback to that. I don't know. It could be reach, but I just felt like it was just a
No, I like that. I like
good
that.
overall interlude. Yeah. So I just felt like it was a good interlude, man. I liked how you had the instrumental come in at the end of that, bro. I was bumping that, and I hope this fades into the next song. If not, I hope you use that. Dang it! I want you to use that instrumental. I love that instrumental, man. So but good song, good interlude.
Yeah, it was almost well, the beat was really good, but what you made me think of Child is almost like it's almost like this song is saying like it's like I wanted to be in the valley because I've gone through the valley literally at Tucson because it's a valley. I've been able to rise to the mountains.
Yeah,
Something like
facts. Talk about it. Talk about it. But he had to get through the valley and then hit the water, the living water, and then he's
that.
oh no, come
Yeah,
on,
to go through the
somebody.
valley, swim through the water of
Come
North
on.
Carolina, and keep climbing to get to the
That's
mountains and the big
facts.
vista views of life.
Facts.
Even though I
Let's
walk through the
go.
valley of
The shadow of death. I fear no evil. Come
fear no
on.
evil, praise. Anyway,
Come on, Sean.
Gray, you good?
No, I'm not done listening to it yet. I'm
Oh.
just kidding. I'm
Okay.
kidding.
I wouldn't be
Okay.
surprised.
It's taking a long
No,
time. All right.
no.
Okay.
I'm about to say.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah. So I kind of got mixed feelings about interludes just in general. But I actually really liked this one. To be honest, I hate to sound mean, but I didn't really listen to what you were saying all that much because I liked that piano riff. I was just bumping with that piano riff. Uh, really, really liked it. But yeah, I think it was just kind of a collection of thoughts you were having and you just kind of threw it out there. And I for an interlude, I actually thought it was really good. So enjoyed it. And that's really all I have to say about that. It kind of felt like it was like a noir film, and you were walking down the street flipping a coin, and just like thinking to yourself these a collection of thoughts. Yeah, I don't really have all that much to say about it, but just for an interlude, I thought it was really catchy and pretty entertaining. So yeah, I liked it.
Straight up. Straight up. Do you have something to say?
Good beat too. Oh,
Do you have something to say?
I was just hoping that you'd talk about how you got dogs along the way, and that made you all right.
Yeah, no, that was just so funny enough, is Child, you saying, and like some of you all, yeah, Jeffrey saying too, like make that instrumental better. At the album listening party, like 6 people said the exact same thing. They're like, bro, when the drums came in, oh my God, it was so good. Why didn't you keep that? Like, it should have flowed into like the next song. Like, that was so hard. And I'm just like, I just made an interlude. Like, I didn't think anything would be that crazy for it, especially not instrumentally, because the focus of it. So it's so funny that Gray is saying that he didn't even focus that much on the words I was trying to say because the piano
I
was
should
so
have.
good.
I just like the piano so much.
No, it's funny. It's really funny, and that's just me, just like tinkering and like just having fun. So yeah, that's hilarious. But yeah, that was just a fun interlude. Talking to myself. The future calling home, and then it's me talking to my younger self, dear younger me. So it's a little bit of a little tie in there. So a little beautiful. Yeah, this next song is.
I have a quick question.
Go for it, bro.
Sorry, did not mean to interrupt. I don't
No,
want
you're
to
good. You're
make
good.
things
No,
longer.
great.
I do have a question though, and this is a question that is primarily aimed at Sean and Joseph.
Oh.
And this is just coming from I don't really have a musical background, but I am wondering, what is the point of an interlude? Like, what are you trying to convey with
It's
interludes?
a great
And what are you
freaking
trying to say
question.
with them?
Yeah.
And
So
why?
an
And why? What is
interlude.
the?
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. I was just gonna say, like, what's the point and the creative decisions that go behind adding one into an album? And that's all I have to say.
Interludes should be used scarcely. And what I mean by that is they should inflate the overall story, period. Nothing more,
Okay.
nothing less. You do not go back to an interlude for replay value. You go for it because of the story. So a skit,
Yep.
an interlude, an intro, an outro. They portray the themes of the album and what's the word I'm looking for? They narrow down what the album is supposed to be about, because you can get a little lost. Like, let's say you put this joint on shuffle, right, and you go from like Never Going Back to The Future Calling Home to Lift Off to Friends for a Season. You're like, I just got hit with like 17 different genres. What the heck am I listening to? And then you have an interlude like Dear Younger Me that grounds you a little bit.
Yeah.
Solidifies that foundation a little bit of like, okay, this is what the album's about. I'm talking to my younger self. I'm, et cetera,
Yeah.
et cetera.
So when you're making an album, obviously, you're there to make music, but you're also telling a story. So you're
Right.
basically, an interlude is kind of the glue that reinforces the story, and
1000%.
it gives it more context.
100%.
Okay, yeah, that's what I
Yep.
thought. I just wanted a better
You're
explanation,
good.
but yeah, that's perfect. All right, man.
Dude, great
That's
question.
perfect. Thank you.
Great question. Yeah, no, you're good. This next song is a lot of fun. If you look at the Spotify canvas for it too, it's pretty funny. It's pretty goofy actually, if you ask me. Some guys in the snow with a camera. I don't know. It's like a trip we took or something.
I didn't get thought about this.
Well, too bad. Anyway, go ahead, John.
3, 2, 1, go, bro. South of Pacing, Gray.
I imagine
You make this beat?
it changes when I'm gone. Buildings turn to city where a barn once stood. Desert miles stretch, Santa Cruz Bridge pass, Pine Top Hills, Silver Bells Wish Highway was under repair. Going over 20 if you dare. It's just small town living in a city too big. Feels like the greatest, but now it's hard to relive. Memories easy to see, 'cause I know there's a family waiting. There's a family waiting for me. Now I fly back and reminisce on all the good times. I think about trips with my best friend and leave the rest behind. I'll drive one last time with the sun to my back on a road up ahead, saying hi to the ones who love me. I know the streets to vibe, I know the spots to find. There's something down every road, hard to forget if it's home. I know a pastor who drifted away. I know the bars where we laughed and we played. I know the family that didn't last, burnt out too quick. Just a memory, just a memory of the past. It's just small town living in a city too big. Feels like the greatest, but now it's hard to relive. Memories easy to see, 'cause I know there's a family waiting. There's a family waiting for me. Now I fly back and reminisce on all the good times. I think about trips with my best friend and leave the rest behind. I'll drive one last time with the sun to my back on a road up ahead, saying hi to the ones who love me. And if she calls out, just ignore one more time, 'cause there's a town that's waiting for me just south of Payson. Just south of Payson City. That's where I wanna be. And if she calls out, just ignore one more time, 'cause there's a town that's waiting for me. Just south of Payson. Just south of Payson. That's where I wanna be. Now I fly back and reminisce on all the good times. I think about trips with my best friend and leave the rest behind. I'll drive one last time with the sun to my back on a road up ahead, saying hi to the ones who love me. And if she calls out, just ignore one more time, 'cause there's a town that's waiting for me. Just south of Payson. Just south of Payson. That's where I wanna be.
All right. Gray, have you listened to it? Bro, I want to put you first, bro.
Okay, I just finished.
What do you think?
I liked it. Definitely keeping with the theme of kind of some of the slower songs in this album, but um, I I really enjoyed it. I don't know if it's something that I would necessarily add to my playlist. I just think there are a lot of other songs that I personally have enjoyed more. But that doesn't mean I didn't like it. I am wondering though, Payson, is that somewhere you grew up, or is that somewhere in Arizona? Again, I'm not quite sure. I don't have the context. That's why I'm asking.
You're good, bro. No worries. Yeah. So Payson is directly above Tucson. It's probably like what, Sean,
Oh,
two and
okay.
a half, 2.5 hour, 3 hours away, I would say. Yeah. So it's like if you went on a map
Yeah.
and looked straight down from Payson, you'll see Tucson, Arizona.
Nice. Do you have a lot of really good memories from Payson? I would assume
Oh yeah.
yes.
Let's just say I took a trip with my best friend there.
Payson?
Payson?
Never mind. Never mind.
Prescott.
Prescott, my bad. Never mind. Screw that. But yes, Payson was just one of those towns that just been ingrained in me. I did summer camps up there and stuff, and just the vibe of it's just completely different. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I love the whole theme of so many of these albums, like, or at least a lot of the songs that you've dropped, are just about like remembering and all of the memories that kind of come flooding back. That when you make these songs, and I can really tell like a lot of the songs that you made, and I can just tell you had a big smile on your face when you were making some of these. You're like, all right, and you probably just made them, out of happiness. And yeah, I just I can really tell that a lot of passion went into all of this, and I really enjoyed this one a lot. So good stuff, man.
Um. All right, Shai, what do you think, bro? Cook us up a dinner, please.
Yeah, so this is actually one of the songs that Joseph sent me ahead of time. So I was listening to it. I was this sounds mad familiar. And I went back to the text messages and I thought same as that one. I was like, oh, okay, dope. And I finally got to hear the rest of it. So I am happy about that. He cut me off. He just teased me, bro. I didn't like it. So but overall, good song, man. It was a good song. The vibe is dope. Felly does. I mean, I know you said you didn't make this beat, but I think your voice mixed well with the song itself as well. So, and it's just I mean, bro, you took me on the journey, man, and that was cool. So, and I enjoyed it. So, good stuff, man. Good on you.
All right, Jeffrey, what you got?
Really like this one, bro. I did. I enjoyed it. I think it was very beautiful, very very at peace. Almost fell asleep to it right now. Um, yeah, I don't know if I have any critique or any other positive criticism or positive encouragement, positive encouraging Caleb, but I feel it was really good.
All right, all right. Ryan, what do you think, bro?
I was to go off of Grayson, I was also trying to understand the context, but a great observation that I took away from the album so far, I was comparing it between J. Cole's 2014 Forest Hills Drive album and him reminiscing on his past, and this album. And Joseph, I gotta say, this album, and I guess the Payson song fits well with this critique. You have a lot more fruitful, a lot more wholesome lyrics, and a lot more things that I feel like a lot of people in this world could use compared to an album where it's like I'm trying to prove to my past self I'm better than where I was. But your way of doing this album is there's nothing to prove, but I get to relive and celebrate how far I've come, if that makes sense.
Benny, what do you think?
This is definitely one of my like favorite songs of yours. I think like this is like definitely more my vibe of like music. But you also sent me this one a few months ago, and I've re-listened to it like a bunch of times, especially like when I'm like driving by to Chick-fil-A and like just like reminiscing. But this song especially, I feel like it really like put me in to like I've never been to Arizona, but like it really I feel like I was really like I see like the imagery in my head of like with like the sunset and like just like in the car like driving. and that's like songs you don't like take me places, which I really appreciate about this song. But yeah, this one means a lot to me. I really do love this song. I don't have no critiques.
Yeah, that's what this one. This one definitely I think is like number 2 on the album for me. I think Future Call Home number 1. I think this is number 2. Yeah, because similar to Jeffy, I mean, it's simple, but it's just well done. The lyrics are really well done. The chorus is really well done. The way you come back towards gas, yeah, just a solid song. Um, Not rating most of the songs, but like I'd say like Future Cone holds like a 10 out of 10. It's like a 9.3. You know what I mean? So this is definitely a top tier.
That's fair. Yeah, this is also Mr. Nathan Harms's favorite song off the track. This is the one he's like, dude, you have something special with this one. Cool. I want to do a little prelude for this next one. This one is kind of taking a step back away from. Actually, no, I'm not gonna talk about the next song, not yet. Yeah, no, this was just a fun song. I found the instrumental. This was late one night, probably like a 2 a.m. type of session, and just kind of freestyled the chorus a little bit, did some janky stuff on the verse, and kind of ended up with this. And I just wanted a song that was just tender, just absolutely just tender, that you know what's being expressed, you know what's going on, and it's nothing more, it's nothing less. And that's exactly why I went for this one. Yeah, and then this next one, of course, it wouldn't be a JDS project without, of course, yours truly, Sean Phenomenon, on the project, on the beat.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. So this beat is not made, unfortunately, by us, but it is back into that. Never mind. I'm not gonna say anything.
I just
Let's
said
go.
it. 3,
I've been waiting for this.
2, 1, go. Yeah, Gray's about to explode right now.
Sun setting now, hearts are racing. I hope you're feeling the same way that I am. Trying my best not to turn it around. Sun reflecting off your eyes makes me scared. Can't believe God trusted me with someone like you. Oh, could it be true? Could the sky turn blue? It feels so impossible, feeling improbable. You were just worth the wait. Can I hold your hand? I've been dreaming about this moment, it won't end. I've had so much time to prepare. You've waited for me, and I waited for you.
Dark times waiting for you, long nights praying for you. My love, you are so special. Your heart is so pure, your eyes hold the cure, girl of my dreams. God gave me a gem to put on a ring. You're my best friend, and you're the only one that I can't lose. You're my best friend.
Your hand, I've been dreaming about this moment, it won't end. I've had so much time to prepare. You've waited for me, and I waited for you. Can I hold your hand? I've been dreaming about this moment, it won't end. I've had so much time to prepare. You waited for me, and I waited for you. I waited for you. I waited for you.
All right. Shia, what'd you think, bro?
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, if y'all ain't got a girlfriend now, I don't know what in the world y'all doing, bro. Like, golly, there's so many
Shia
love
got a good
songs on
rock
this
list for that
album.
song, bro.
Y'all need to go out and get one. Give her these songs, bro, just as a gift, man. But like, I feel honestly, it just feels like there's I feel like it's a common thing, right? There's a lot of love songs. There's a lot of songs talking about waiting and getting a girl. I don't know if that's like an intentional theme or not, but I feel like it is. The I guess the few critiques I have for it, I feel like you both use a lot of auto tune. Um, and I'm split on it because it matches the vibe of the song, but I still like natural voices more. And that is my preference. And I mean, I'll die on that hill if I need to. But like, I prefer natural voices. I prefer like um you guys' voice like as a whole. But I mean, the point of the song is I'm waiting for you, or I've waited for you. This is like Sean, you even mentioned the ring. Like you guys are already married at this point. Like of that sense is like I've already waited and kind of being thankful for this moment. It's a moment. The one of the choruses it says, "Can I hold your hand? I've been dreaming of this moment. It won't end. I've had so much time to prepare. I've waited for you, and I've waited for." I thought it was good. I thought it was a good song. My favorite track on the album, but still a good song. I think it completes and matches the album's vibe and the theme of the album very, very well. So
Jeffrey, what do you think?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting there because I have to go to work right now. But honestly, man, uh, I'm being completely transparent with y'all, which I know Joseph would expect nothing less from me. I think I almost liked Sean's vocals better. I think I liked his vocals better on this song. I think I I don't necessarily like auto tune either. But I think the way his vocals blended it worked better with it. I would want to hear Sean a little bit more. Um, I think bro, your vocals were a little forced on this. It wasn't my favorite, but um, it was a nice little blend of you guys coming together.
All right, Benny, what do you think?
I agree with Trial. Like I prefer like natural voices, but I do think y'all's voices really blended. Like they complement each other well in like this type of song. Um, Probably not definitely not my favorite song on the album. Um, I was like it was kind of slow for me at points, but I think it's just like very vulnerable and like I kind of liked how this album has been like more of like a reaching to the past, but this kind of like has more future perspective, kind of like Dear Younger Me. Um, but yeah, that's really my only critique about it. But I do think like Sean, like your voice was really good on this. I think it added a lot to the song. But yeah.
Thank you. All right, what do you think, Ryan?
This song, compared to everyone else, this song really hit home for me. One of my favorite on the album because my girlfriend, who I've been in long distance for like 3 months, she finally comes back to Colorado this Friday, and we've been talking about holding hands for like the longest time.
Ah,
So,
yes,
man, this
yes,
actually hits
bro,
home big time. I
yes,
was like in the days just now. So,
yes,
um, yeah, I may play in front of her. I don't know. I might have that
yes,
cheesy mood. Who
yes,
knows?
Hey,
yes,
Yeah.
hey, is she coming from the airport,
yes.
right?
No, she's driving over here from Canada.
Oh,
19 hours.
okay, bro. Yeah, you get in the car, put this joint on. Don't even say nothing, bro. Just Anyways, all right. Wait, chill out. All right, Gray, what do you think, bro?
I think this song's a big dub. Sean, good job. I really enjoyed the vocals on that. I think your vocals have always been really good, and I think you can sing really well. You know, I know there's a lot of comments about the auto tune, and the auto tune has been kind of a heavy topic throughout this whole album. But this song in particular, I didn't really detect it as much. Maybe it's just maybe I don't have quite as good of an ear as you guys have for this kind of stuff. But um, sometimes like it sounds like super heavy handed, and then other times I feel like it's incorporated a bit better. This was one of those instances where I felt like the auto tune wasn't as heavy. So, yeah, I enjoyed it. It had just uh, a very chill vibe to it, and I appreciated a lot of the lyrics. I um, I always like it when Joseph pulls Sean and gets him from out of his basement to come and uh, I mean in Joseph's basement because he keeps him down there to come and collab on these songs. But yeah, I know I do appreciate the collab. Even if we only get one on this album, it's something that I will enjoy, and I'll probably be throwing this on the playlist. So good stuff for both you guys, and I really enjoyed it.
Oh
So
God.
question.
Yeah,
How
yeah, yeah.
much autotune did you guys use for this song?
So it's funny
I feel like
because
Sean, I feel like you had nothing but autotune, but
okay,
I'm
so
just curious.
I
so
wouldn't
this
I, I
is
wouldn't put it like that.
So it's autotune and reverb is both
right. Okay,
like
there we go. Yeah. So that's the
that
difference.
is like both of it.
Right. So the people sometimes get reverb confused with autotune, especially if it's atmospheric. This song is very atmospheric. I would say Sean and I, if 1 in 10 is the scale of how much autotune we use, I would probably say about a 6 or 6.5, 7. Sean, okay, that's for me. Sean is a 10.
I use 10. I'll
Yeah.
put it this way. I use this same amount of autotune every single song. If people like think that it sounds like too autotune or not, it depends on how much like reverb there is and stuff like that, and how
Right.
well I'm hitting the notes.
Right.
Right.
That's a big
So
indicator.
like you
is
know
the
how
note
when you hear
hitting.
autotune sometimes and it's like it's kind of like
Yeah.
Travis
Yeah.
Scott does it. It's almost kind of nice. That's when you hear the
It
autotune
does.
like
Yeah.
sometimes though
Because
people just use autotune to smooth stuff out. I use it as like full every time. So
right,
it just
kind of like with
depends.
Travis Scott, Lil Uzi, all of them. Yeah.
So it just depends how well I sing it and how much reverb I use.
Right. I feel like that's the difference of like this one had autotune and reverb, and there was extra reverb for this song. So that is more what my ear is picking up for going wise for the song.
Right.
Like I like natural voices, reverb mixed in while the autotune, as much reverb as you have distorts your natural voice. So.
Right. No, it's yeah, and it just depends because this is a very bare bones song, so it's just the instrumental, it's just our voices. I didn't make this one, so it's kind of leaning more towards that atmospheric reverb type vibe. So it kind of leans on it a little bit. I personally think it leans on it on a good side where it's not so cringe, and I've tried to perfect that on this album too, of not having those inflections or that you can tell that it's used, like it's subtle but it's not present like it definitely was, for my previous projects or whatever the case might be. But yeah, all right. So we're gonna skip Hannah. Everyone knows about that song.
I don't do that. I use as much reverb as I want. So yeah, that's why.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
That's why.
I
No,
was
I
just
totally agree with
laughing.
what you're saying. I totally agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was good, but like I said earlier, it fit this song like
Yeah.
completely. So,
Man, awesome. Yeah, so we'll skip Hannah, and then guys, this next song is really cool. So I have made my first official acoustic worship song. So this is going to be really cool because this song is 100% made in a live studio recording. I have two of my close friends playing electric guitar, 2 pieces on here. I play the bass, I play the live drums on my drum kit. I did the pad, I did the piano, and the main acoustic guitar I plucked and played from my own guitar. So this is the first song where it's not any like pads or synth or anything that's like built into FL Studio that what I use. It is 100% talent and vocals and drums and things that have just been pulled from just natural talent from my friends and people around and stuff. So I'm really proud of this song, and I think it's a really good kind of like quote unquote closing last song. Yeah, I think you guys are really gonna enjoy this one. Yeah.
I just said it. 3, 2, 1, go.
What's it called? Sorry.
Leave it all.
Leave it all.
Okay.
Take my hand don't let go. I'm here when you need me the most. All that I could offer give it all. I'll give it all. Take who I am, take my whole heart. This life is yours, I'll give it all. My future, I know you hold. Oh, I'll go, you know. The memories I made and the people I've met. Give me a restart if that's what it meant. Take me to see you. It makes sense what I went through. Just to see you, I leave it all. And to dream my life, I'll give it all. Take my life, who I am, have it all. Jesus, have it all.
All right. Jeffrey, what do you think of that? What do you think of that song?
I liked it, man. A little acoustic energy. I think you're still forcing your vocals just a little bit, but I like the lyrics. I do. I think I like the key that it's in. It matches your vocals okay. It's just it sounded like you were forcing it a little bit, but yeah. Can you give us the inspiration behind writing this one?
Yeah, it kind of plays into what I want to make for my next album, possibly, of an acoustic worship type album. I've just thought about it, just tinkered with it. But yeah, I just wanted to make something. I had all these instruments. I had a bunch of friends over one day, and I'm like, I had this like more just pad and piano and guitar at first, and I was like, I'm not crazy about this song. And then my buddy Will and my buddy Ezra put both their electric guitar parts on it, and I put their drum parts on it. And I was able to record it and EQ it and mix it, and I just enjoyed it and I loved it. And yeah, it's a combination of two of my favorite worship songs, "Jesus Have It All" by Jeremy Riddle and "When Wind Meets Fire" by Elevation. The beginning guitar is inspired by no wait, yeah, the ending guitar actually track is a little bit very close to the same notes that are played for that beginning part of "Wind Meets Fire." And then the woo part towards the end is definitely reminiscent of Jeremy Riddle's, of just that the interlude in that bridge of that song as well. And then also to the same thing with Jesus Have It All, Believe It All, Have It All, Jesus Have It All. So yeah, that's kind of what I would say for that.
All right. Daniel, what do you think?
I like this song. I really got taken into this song. Just like I think having the acoustic be on this song especially kind of adds to like the more like vulnerable aspects of it and more of the kind of like raw aspects of it. But yeah, I think especially near the end when it was just playing out, I think that was just like it's, like if I was like listening to this like during worship, like just having like that time of like reflection, like I think that really added to it. But yeah, I don't really have any critiques. Like I think I'd have to give it another listen to like pay more attention to the vocals and like the meaning of it. But yeah, I really felt like I got taken into this, and I think having it near the end of the album was also good because it's like you're really kind of reflecting on like everything that in like my eyes, like everything you've talked about, and it's like you're giving that all, like laying all that down.
Gas take.
I agree.
Yes, sir. I kind of feel like this is one of those songs that you'd hear right after the pastor tells everyone to please stand up in church. It's I really enjoyed the acoustic instrumentals. I love acoustic instrumentals, and I think that they were very prominent in this song. And I think it's interesting that you wanted to try your hand at like a faith based worship song. I actually think you did a really good job with this one. I loved the lyrics. I love the meaning. I really enjoyed just how you incorporated all of the acoustic instrumentals and how you said you made all of them yourself. I think that adds such a nice level of authenticity to this song, just knowing that you basically just made this whole thing from scratch with your buddies. I love that kind of stuff. And don't get me wrong, I don't mind like the samples and everything, but I do appreciate that you really just started from completely from scratch with this one, and I think it just adds so much more to when you're listening to it. Interestingly enough, like it's kind of funny that we had that conversation about like reverb and how it differs from auto tune, because now that you've mentioned reverb, I can't unhear the reverb now. There are some points in the song where I felt like I was listening to it and you were singing it from like an echoey cave. But I don't mind that creative decision at all. I think it definitely adds to the song. But it's just like now that you use the word specifically reverb, I'm like, okay, now I can't unhear the reverb. So did you have any auto tune in this song, or was it just straight reverb, or like how did you approach that?
Yeah, this one's is probably the same on that same 6-7 scale. Probably actually maybe
Okay,
this one probably actually more like an 8, maybe 8.5. Yeah, probably a little
yeah.
stronger on this one. Actually, funny, y'all still so stupid. Y'all guys are so dumb. Um, so funny enough, Joy, my sister, was supposed to be on this song. She was supposed to be harmonies for it, but I just couldn't work it out with schedule and that kind of thing. But yeah, she was originally supposed to be on this song as kind of more of a backup. So I was a little scared kind of releasing this one because I'm like, it's just me. Oh, God. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that the decisions that you made really worked out well. And I think it maybe would have been nice to have some different vocals here and there. But I mean, other than that, I really enjoyed the song. And honestly, I think it would be interesting if you tried your hand at just making like a whole faith-based album. I know a lot goes into making an album. It doesn't just happen overnight. It's dozens and dozens of hours. But I think if you just tried it and if you just sat down one day and said, I'm going to try to just slowly make some different faith-based songs, and you could use a lot of elements from your life as well to make those songs because you already kind of do that. You talk about your life a lot. You talk about the struggles in your life, and faith ties directly into struggle because you have to have faith to kind of claw your way out of struggle. So if you decided to do that, I think that you probably really excel at that. But overall, I enjoyed it. It was a good song.
Yeah. So it's interesting, bro. Yes, because I think this joint had way too much reverb. I'm not even gonna cap. Um, whether how much autotune you had in it or not, I didn't really notice it that much, so that was fine for me. Now, no, I love reverb, bro. Like God number one, reverb number two. That's how much I like it. But like, uh, I'm just playing. But honestly, the reason it took me out with this song is because everything else was so bare bones. So like everything else was so bare bones, like live, no verb, nothing, seemingly unprocessed. So then to have kind of your voice with that, it sort of took me out of like that. I think kind of what you're going for with it being kind of raw and that kind of thing. Yeah, I like what you're talking about. I like the call. Yeah, I could kind of tell that not the women meets fire, but the Jesus have it all. Um, so that was super dope. And yeah, just making a worship song as well is dope. But I do agree with Jeffrey as well. The vocals. I say like I think like I really appreciate this song, but I'm not probably with this song one of the songs I'm not a huge fan of as much because even like the drums are dope, but like I wanted to hear more of the simples. You know what I mean? um, so I think like with this one, sadly, it's like I really like what you were going for, but not as much the product I got. in my opinion. What do you think, Ryan?
This is the one song I was not too present in listening because I'm cleaning my kitchen right now. But yeah, it was a good background noise. Yeah.
All right, Shad, what'd you think, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a good song, man. I agree with Sean and I agree with Jeffrey, like what they're saying. Like Sean and him saying that reverb was a little bit too much. I agree with Jeffrey and Sean whenever they both say it with vocally, like it was kind of a strain. I feel like you can achieve the same thing that you have with the reverb with additional vocals, even if it was just your own and like you harmonize with yourself or you had to with other people to do that. I feel like you can achieve that with your own vocals. I don't think you have to use in a reverb or some sort of additional thing to achieve that goal. And as far as like I mean, I think the of just like, oh man, like I would love to hear more of just like just vocals, man, like just your vocals. I think I would have probably preferred to hear that, especially with the acoustic set that you have. I feel like if you have an acoustic set, you need to have like an acoustic vocal as well, like, or if you're going to have a full production set, you're going to have a full production vocal. Like that is just my opinion. I don't claim to be professional or anything, but like I would say that is where I am with that. If you're going to have an acoustic set with not too many electronics in the instruments, then do the same thing with so. But overall, still a good song. The meaning behind it was still good. I feel like I have this much critique just because this is your first time going into this realm, and this is like a first song and a good stepping stone for you to go into the future with a worship album. So
I'm sorry, did I miss anybody? Benyon, I had you go, right? No, I didn't miss anybody. All right, if I miss somebody, go ahead and say your pick.
No, you're good, bro. You got everybody.
Can I just add one more thing though before we move on?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is something I've noticed about a lot of faith-based music, and like I just grew up on faith-based music. Like that's all my mom. Like at 6, 7 years old, and I was sitting in the back seat drinking a juice box. Like she'd only ever be
Stop.
blasting that K Love, man. And I tell you, like it is so crazy. And this is one of my biggest issues with faith-based music. I love the message, I love the meaning, but it all sounds the same. And
Right.
again, this
Yeah,
might
it's true, bro.
okay.
You're
That
finally
might not
catching
be
on.
true for everyone, but it's so hard to make a faith-based song that sounds unique. With like it's so oversaturated, it all sounds the same. Again, it doesn't take away from the message. The message is still great, you know, but it's so hard because I feel like I've listened to the same 2 or 3 songs after I've listened to about 10 faith-based songs in a row. So yeah,
Exactly.
faith-based songs can be very tricky, especially like, ones if you're trying to go for like something that really sounds unique and have a unique sound to it. But I do appreciate the attempt here, and I thought you did a good job. But yeah, that's just all I had to add.
I mean,
Um,
I
who is the guy talking right now? What's your name, man?
Gray.
Grayson.
Okay, Grayson. Did this song sound like every other worship song you've heard?
Well, I mean, there were elements, like I mentioned before, like the reverb. That was something that I kind of had an issue with, and just how much there was, and the fact that we were able to, because I always just grouped in auto tune with reverb, because I just thought that that's what that was, because I didn't really, I couldn't draw that distinction yet. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it did sound a little samey just from some things I heard, and that's just kind of why I wanted to bring that up, was because I was able to pinpoint thinking about it as you guys were discussing it, just how hard it is to make faith-based music that just doesn't sound completely generic, and like everything else. So yeah.
I mean, I feel like there's a lot of artists now that make faith-based music where you have, I mean, you have the Christian rap, you have the Christian R&B, you just got to find it, man. Like
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
it's not, I mean, I agree with you. CTM is super oversaturated. But this is a
Yeah,
whole entire different topic for another day. But I feel like
yeah,
if you find the Christian rap, Christian R&B, the Christian, go listen to some gospel music, and
yeah.
all these things. It adds variety to it.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, that's just me. So
No, you have to find it.
No, no,
Like
I
Chael
think
said it
you're
right.
completely right. Yeah.
You have to find it though. You have to be intentional. You have to dig. You have to listen to what other people are listening when you think you like an artist. Like it's a bit of a process, but it's worth it though. It's so worth it, especially when you know you're listening to something that has a great message to it, and you also just love the vibe and you love the music, you love the R&B, you love the rap, whatever the case might be. But all right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're here. Wow, oh my gosh, you guys did it. Thank you. I really appreciate you guys. You have no idea. So yeah, last song. What we'll do is we'll hit the outro, wrap everything up, and then give your thoughts on the outro, and then. 2 questions. Thoughts and overall opinion of the album. This is off the rip. This is not your solidified, number or anything. So 1 out of 10, what you would give this album overall. But it might grow on you, it might lessen on you, whoever, who cares? So just a shout out number, and then your favorite song and your least favorite song. So 1 out of 10, your favorite song and your least favorite song, after you have done your thoughts on the final song. And you're like, what the frick is a creosote bush? What the freak? Anyway.
Give me a sec.
Great, take as long as you freaking need to, bro.
Oh, take 5 hours.
Dude, take my lifespan if you want, okay? Good Lord.
No. It's sorry. I wasn't actually talking to you. My wonderful grandmother was asking me a question, and I had to just say, "Hey, give me a sec." But
Okay.
we got that sorted out. Sorry,
You have a second.
wasn't talking to you.
Take as much time as you need, bro.
Okay, I'm ready to listen. You said what is that word? Creosote bush? What?
Creosote bush, yeah.
Okay,
Ready?
sweet.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
There's something magical about returning to a hometown, a feeling that tugs at your heart every time the desert landscape unfolds before you. It cradles your childhood like a box of treasures, each memory shimmering in the desert sun. It was your playground, your teacher, your first love, a place where dreams were born in the vastness of the open sky. The smell of rain on hot pavement after a monsoon takes me back to a simpler time, where every storm felt like an adventure, and the distinct smell of creosote hanging in the air.
This is an incredibly tough plant that can thrive in a variety of environments. It's also one of the most arid adapted plants in North America and arguably on the planet. So there are creosote populations that have been documented as going, 2-3 years without a drop of rain, and they continue to survive. Immediately following rains, or sometimes before rain even falls, you can start smelling that creosote in the air. It's really one of the most indicative aromas of the Sonoran Desert. And so it's the glands on the leaves that are emitting that fragrance that carries on the wind.
Looking back, I know you would be so proud of how far we've come. Childhood never truly prepared us for the storms ahead, but boy did we have fun. Every struggle, every loss, and every moment of doubt shaped the man standing here today. We lost him in the move, but in that season of uncertainty, we rediscovered who we were meant to be. And now, standing in the place only God could have led us to, we finally understand home is not a place, but the moment you know you're exactly where you're meant to be, called home.
All right. Whoa. So we'll start with opinions on this song, and then we'll go. Or would you rather both at the same time?
Let's do both at the same time.
Okay. Jeffrey, I'll have you go first and try your way to work. So, opinion of this song, opinion of this song, and then overall album, favorite song, least favorite song, 1 out of 10, overall view. Just because I know you got to dip in a minute, probably.
Overall album,
No,
7.
start with this song first. Start with this song first, then go to the album.
My favorite song?
No, the last song we just hit. Do that first, and then 1 out of 10, and then your favorite and least favorite track.
This song. Again, I don't think it was a song. I think it was more of just a narration. Um, I think shout out to I think it's Ryan. I think Ryan did a great job on that. Just trying to capture what I think you were trying to have the albums signified to people. And whatever background music you had, I really liked it. I wish you would have used it in the first time of the intro. Really like that. Yeah.
So 1 out of 10.
7.
Favorite track and least favorite track.
Oh, dude, whatever that one was, Future's Calling. Definitely, you were on that whatever happened that day. I don't know who broke your heart or who healed your heart, but that was ridiculous. You'll be hearing that song on my playlist for sure. I don't know if I have a least favorite track. There was just a lot of songs on there that I think it really just could have. Say you've put a lot of the past couple years, even the past few months into it. I don't know if I'm seeing that on this album. I think the meaning behind it, the storytelling, I see this going back years to even when we were kids. But I think even just in the quality and production side of it, it could have definitely been done a little bit better, in my opinion. But there are songs on there, man, that especially parts of it where you hear your most healthy and authentic self. And that's not something that I think I've heard from you in your music. Because when you're a healthy human being, and I apologize for the noise I'm driving right now on the highway, but because when you step into your healthiest self, you're not just in your most authentic self, right? But you actually step into almost a new dimension of what it means to be human and what it means to actually go through the human experience with purpose, with pain, with joy, and with loss and with healing. And so those themes and that type of storytelling was very well portrayed in this album. So I really do admire that, and that takes a lot of time to again be made aware of. And a lot of people, I said this earlier, not a lot of people can be that self-aware at your age, and all of your guys' ages. I think, other than maybe Brian, I'm like the oldest one here, but it's one of those things where that level of self-awareness in music is rare, dude. You've got artists like Olivia Rodrigo, for example. She is an artist who's made extremely self-aware in her music. That's why her music, I think, is resonating with so many people. It's because she's able to portray her songwriting and her production, but also the vocality of her voice into a way that actually people can resonate with, even people in their 60s and their 70s. So I think this album will heal people. I think Brian made it very clear that he was being taken back and it was bringing back memories as far as actually making him look towards the new memories that await him. When his I think his girlfriend coming back visiting him from Canada, was it?
Yes, sir.
Um, cool. Yeah. So I think the storytelling wise, man, and just kind of how you've encapsulated, our childhood and even just the memories we grew up with and how, 7, 8, 8, 9 North Lake Healing is such a huge part of our lives. And I know we've got plans in the future to do something big there. I am extremely proud of you, man. This is unbelievably probably my favorite album. To the point Shayel had made earlier, it's one of my favorite albums because it has a couple of my favorite songs of yours. So I am extremely proud of you. I'm so blessed and honored to call you family, to call you my brother. And you are continuing to making music with a few good listeners, a few good people you have. But this is not the end. This is not the beginning. This is what you would consider, what we will later consider the good old days. So you're living in them, and I think the tours and the stadiums and arenas that await you are going to be monumental. You're going to look back on these moments, and so I think I can speak for everyone here that we say we love you, we have your back, we support you, and we know that you trust us because we respect and love our opinions. But we also love and respect you for the music that you make and the storytelling that you implement throughout your music. And so we're all very proud of you, man. So one more time, can we just give it up and clap it up for Joseph?
No. Stop. Freaking no. I don't need that. No. But thanks, bro. I appreciate that. No, seriously, it means a lot. And yeah, I'll give my final thoughts here in a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna go next because I got a dip, unfortunately. So, yeah, last song. Oh no, last stop, bro. Hold on. Let me put the lyrics. Yeah. No, narration was dope. I mean, but then the whole plant thing, the freak, that was dope. The music was dope. Yeah, the instrumentals, bro, fire. All right, that's it about that song. I mean, it's good, but it's an interlude. But it was a strong interlude. Okay. So, so, so I'm thinking about it, and it's definitely better than Craxus. I'll tell you that. It's
Praise
definitely better
God.
than Craxus.
Praise God.
Yeah. I actually went back and listened to a couple of songs for a second. Craxus is good though. You overhate on Craxus. Craxus is solid, but definitely better than Craxus. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just kind of formulating. I'm looking around on Spotify. Yeah. So, I think this album definitely had some of your best songs, and I think it had my. Do you want me to start with constructive or positive first?
Just go for it.
Okay. My bad. I'm not trying to stall. Yeah, I think you do a really good picture of painting, of painting back home. Well, not back home where I'm at, and I'm still here, and so a lot of the stuff is very accurate and very specific and very, nostalgic and very cool. And so I thought you did a really good job painting the picture. I think that one constructive thing is I think there's almost too much exposition with the album, which is normally what I'd use for a movie. But it's like when a movie has a scene where two characters are explaining what they're about to do, but it's like show versus tell. They tell you what's about to happen rather than show you what's about to happen. I felt like there's a bit too much of that where I don't know. I was just kind of I think on this, kind of what I was saying earlier. I think on certain songs, you painted a picture so well that I'm I almost don't need you to be so straight up. The diaries to yourself, or you speaking to yourself, the voiceovers. On one hand, I love that thing, but I think on the other hand, I'm it almost took me out of it a little bit, of the story a little bit, because it was almost like a fourth wall break in a sense, if that makes sense. And so, yeah. One thing I did really so Never Going Back is fire. Time Flies is fire. Um, Future Calling Home is really fire. South of Payson's fire. Our songs, I mean, I can't really give an opinion on it, but it's pretty good. Hannah's really fire. Um, and I mess with the outro too. I would say favorite song though be Future Calling Home and probably South of Payson. Least favorite. Ooh, I don't really like saying this. Uh, Leave It All or 7 8 8 9. Um, yeah. I think like the biggest improvement I saw with I mean so and here's the thing. We kind of normally gloss over this, but you kind of have to include this in the score and a review. But the beats that you made, I mean, I have issues with some of, vocal, right, but beats, not one. So I think that's almost what I saw shine the most on this album was the beats, and then you painted the picture really well. I think those two things I found to be really, really good. And then, here's a hidden thing actually. Your rhyme schemes and your wordplay was much, much improved as well. I thought that was really dope. Um, yeah, I think my biggest thing is what I kind of said with the interludes, which I understand that like that kind of goes both ways because it's kind of like I'm literally telling you the story. I get that, but um, like think of South of Payson tells me so much because of what it tells me emotionally than I think maybe a song saying exactly straight up this if that makes sense. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. And then my other thing is I think some of the sequencing with the album, it's hard because it's not a conceptual album, but it definitely is a story album. Um, and a thematic album. I thought thematically it was done very, very well. Story wise, I thought at times it was done really well, but then I was kind of confused exactly where we were at. Um, like, like, Dear Younger Me kind of felt like almost saying goodbye to um, like wanting to be like home and that kind of thing. And then, South of Payson made sense. And then like, Hold Your Hand and like, Oh wait, like some of the love songs, if and it depends if you're trying to tell a story linearly or if you're just trying to capture a picture of back home.
Capture a
And
picture.
honestly, that's yeah. So in that sense, and then it's chill. I think the song kind of like about like relationships and stuff like that. They do and don't take me out. Again, I'm kind of split on this. I'm not gonna really say it's too much of an issue. Like, no, I think it's kind of you saying like, and part of it is I'm processing kind of like live, but I think it's part of you saying almost like okay, this is almost like the next thing I'm looking forward to, if that makes sense. Like I've moved. Okay, here's the stuff I've done in the past when it comes to moving. This is kind of what I'm thinking about going forward. Um, so yeah, I think they took me out of the picture of like Tucson and the house and all of that. Um, but then they also kind of took me forward. And so yeah, again, that's not necessarily negative or positive. It's just like um a distinction. And so I think like yeah, I think track sequencing wise, I don't know exactly how I would have resequenced it, but I think there at times I was a little bit like there was like 3 or 4 in a row where I'm like, bruh, like Future Calling Home, then Dear Young and Me, then South of Payson, phenomenal. But then like Hold My Hand, talking about like love, but then Hannah talking about home again, and then Worship Song. There's no negative in that necessarily because of kind of what you're talking about, like what paint a picture was the point, but I'm kind of like moved around. Um, and so yeah. But yeah, and then even like a song like I think Leave It All, like I think we kind of all agreed there definitely was a degree of like gasness to it, but kind of like almost like a start. And so there's like a song like that, I feel like that. But then there's a song like Future Calling Home where I feel like that's because you've done similar songs like that. That's almost like the finality of you with that sound at the best. So there was a very interesting like two tensions I felt with this where I almost felt like some new sound from you, but it felt almost like it could be more polished, and then some old sound from you where I felt like it was the most polished you've ever done. Um, so yeah, I very much enjoyed the album. It was definitely very much better than your last 1000%. But then there's probably 3 or 4 tracks that I'm a little iffy on. Um, and some stuff that's just a little more personal preference. And then there's probably like 3 or 4 that I think are super, super gas. I think this is definitely like a second listen type of album, to be honest, because even Liftoff, I played it back a little bit after listened, and I'm like, bruh, it's just hard with like that kind of song. It's like Interstellar. Interstellar, the first time is like, but anyways, that's what we all said about it. Let me finish up. 1 out of 10, I go. I hate Kevin. I can't. I can't. I give it. I give it an 8 out of 10. I give it an 8 out of 10. Yeah, and like a 7.8 to like 8.2, depending. I think go to like an 8.2. If I'm being really harsh, it could be like a 7.8, 7.7.
It's funny how you didn't
But I,
like
but I,
Dear Younger Me, but you literally had one kind of exactly like that for your album.
yeah, I guess. But yeah, that's what I give it.
All right.
It's, boys, it's been good joining you. I love you guys.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Adios, Sean. Thanks, bro. Seriously. Appreciate you. We'll talk more. I'm going to punish you later. I don't mean it like that. You know what I mean? Anyway.
No, you're not, bro. I'm giving my opinion. I'm not going to lie.
I'm just kidding. No, that's good. That's good. I appreciate that. See you, dude. And Jeffrey, if you got a piece whenever, bro, go for it. Benyon.
I think this is definitely the best like you released. I think just like because my personal music taste, I kind of like cherry pick some songs off your albums that I have like on playlists and stuff. But I think this is definitely one where I mean I was sitting there like adding songs to my playlist. I think well, let me go back to like the last track. I think you really closed that out well. I think Ryan like seriously like look into the audiobook business. Like that was like your voice is it's really nice. It's really I think it's perfect for the album. I think it's like very cohesive. Your most cohesive like work that you put out, and just like overall, I think everything's improved a lot. I mean, there's some songs like in the past that like are my favorites on other albums and other like releases and stuff. But I think overall, just like your voice, the production, especially with like Lift Off and some other Future Calling Home, like the production on that is like a lot like drastically different, drastically improved from like what you released in the past. So like I think this like you should be really proud of this, like this album. I think my favorites. I don't think this will be very surprising for you, but South Payson #1. I think that might be my favorite song of yours. And then Friends First Season and Lift Off. I really like the ending of Lift Off. I think you did a really good job with that. And I know you put a lot of work into that one. For like re-listening, and I think the interludes added a lot, and I think they were really good for like adding like your personal touch on the album and like kind of like where the album is coming from. But I probably won't like re-listen to those very often unless I'm like going through the whole album, just because like it would. I mean, it's more of like
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a song. It's like more like a processing thing. But I think
Right.
those were all really like well written, really well thought out, and you can like really like see where you're at in your life. But I really enjoyed this album. I thought, like I'll definitely be coming back to it a lot more. But yeah, I don't have a lot of. I need to like organize. I'll send you my thoughts later on text.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
yeah, like you should be really proud of this. I'd give
Thanks,
it. I
dude.
think 8 out of 10.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Ryan.
Sure.
I think, well, with this outro, I realized there was like one mistake I made at the 30-second mark where I was like, the desert. I don't
I
know
didn't
if you
notice
caught that,
it.
but
No, I didn't.
well, hey, I did, but it's all good. But overall, yeah, I thought like with the mentioning of the monsoon, whatever you call it, plant, I felt like that described you, bro. Like you became more and more solidified, fortified in the mind and secure in who you are. And so that's why I felt like that documentary part of the outro fit really well with the person who you are and with the album overall.
Yeah.
I can't give an accurate rating because I really don't know music all that well and all the terminology y'all are using.
Yeah.
But but let's see, I can number the songs that I would put as the top. Hold Your Hand, one. Two, I'm gonna say what was the other one? Hold up. Time Flies. The Future Calling Home is the third. And I'm gonna put a fourth one in. Yeah. Wait, hold up. There
Awesome.
was another one I really want to. Okay, yeah, those three.
Cool. Awesome. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Gray?
Yeah, so I'm gonna keep it short and sweet here. I'm gonna try to keep my thoughts condensed. I think this is probably some of your best work, my man. And I think that, it's just really been interesting kind of seeing how you've evolved your music over, the past couple of singles and then albums. And I think the production quality has gone from great to fantastic. And, it's really refreshing to see, how seriously you take it. And, and I think that it's just a very good passion to have. As far as my personal favorite songs on the album, I would probably say that the ones that I could find myself re-listening to the most are probably let me find them real quick. So it's The Future Calling Home was probably my personal favorite. I think this was a lot of people's favorite. And then Hannah, I really enjoyed Hannah. I know we didn't really go
Yeah.
over Hannah on this album. I mean, did you guys go over that before I got here?
No,
Because I
no,
know that
no,
you
no, no.
dropped out
We
one a
skipped
couple
it.
weeks ago.
We skipped it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Hannah. I work on a lot of rooftops, and I just sometimes I'll just start talking to myself or humming to myself, and I found myself humming Hannah a lot. Hannah was really catchy, and I
That's
was like,
awesome.
"Oh no, Hannah!" It was really really catchy. So yeah, those are the two that were my personal favorites on the album. As far as the album as a whole, I would probably say that, you know, actually I'm going to redirect the question over to you. So, would you say that this album is talking about closing an old chapter or inviting a new chapter? How would you phrase that?
Either
Because I kind of got
no,
elements from both.
neither or. I would say it's a
Yeah,
reflection on a chapter, not necessarily saying
yeah,
it's
yeah,
open or closing to a new one or closing it. Because I'm not closing the door on this chapter at all. There might be room for
yeah.
something else. Because, and I'll do a little sneak peek here. What I'm thinking is this is the beginning of a trilogy, and the next one will be 1177. So all about North Carolina, all about how awesome and amazing that was. And then as time conventionally goes on, it's about 974, which is right here, right now. So it's consideration.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I like the theme. So you're gonna just make it like a trilogy?
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I really liked just, again, it's the passion behind it. It's, you can clearly tell when someone is very into what they're doing, when they're passionate about it and they have a genuine love for what they do. That just shows very, very, very true. So, in terms of songs that, I didn't really like as much, or I probably wouldn't. I would say that I wouldn't have all that much re-listening value to them. I'd say that probably just the interludes, and
Yeah.
are just the ones that because they're really just kind of you. It seems more like a collection of thoughts than and
Yeah.
you going over a collection of thoughts than it's like actual structured songs. Doesn't mean I hated them though. It's just the interludes are always kind of just those things that I'm a little just indifferent towards. But yeah, in terms of the album as a whole, what I would give it, I'm thinking, and this is again, I really wish I could go back and re-listen to everything and
Of
really gather
course.
my thoughts
Yeah,
before
I
I
get
give it
that.
like a,
Yeah.
a, a solid rating. But just what I'm thinking off the top of my head right now, I'd probably say it's a good 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
And it really is. Like there were some elements that I wish would have been a little bit different. Like I kind of wish that the auto tune and reverb were a little toned down. But then there were like the high points were just how well you have a way with lyrics and you can make everything rhyme and flow very well. And that's really hard to do because I've tried to do that times before. Like I try to write something, sit down and write something, and it's just hard to find the words and get them to flow the way you want them to.
Right.
So, but you've got a really good ability to be able to do that. So, and that's something that really stuck out to me as a high point in this album. So, all in all, this is some of your best work, my man. I hope that you keep going, you push forward in the future because you've got a lot of passion behind it. And and I'm really looking forward to the singles. I actually really like singles as opposed to albums because I feel like with singles you just have a really good idea and it just
Yeah.
you just get it and you just want to make something and you can just drop something. Like you don't have to spend 100 hours working on a single. You can just have a great idea and you can go and drop it. So I will say if you could drop some more singles here and there, over the next year or so, I'd appreciate that as much as I'd appreciate just full albums. So
Yeah.
yeah, really good work. I gotta
Thank
head
you.
out of here because I
Yeah,
got some
bro.
other stuff I got to do today.
You're
But
good.
hey, really, really excellent work, my man.
Thanks,
And
bro.
I'm excited to see what you got cooked up in the future.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you tons. Seriously. Like your opinion means the
Yes, sir,
most to
man.
me. Like you're amazing. Thanks, bro. All right, peace, bro.
Yeah, it's always a great time with you guys. All right, see ya.
Later, peace.
Bye.
The best.
Brother, but I love you.
Huh?
I gotta head out too, man, but I love
Okay.
you.
Love you, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Of course, man. Talk to you soon. Bye.
All right, bye. The best for last. I purposely did that. You gotta know I purposely do that. You gotta know I purposely do that. I purposely save your opinion for last, bro. Seriously. Sean had a dip, but like I literally texted him like, bro, let Chael go last. But go ahead, bro.
That's funny, bro. So as a whole, I like the album. Like, I think so. I'm not going to include the intros, interlude, outro because I don't consider those songs unless they flow into the next song. That's the only
Right.
time whenever I consider like any of those a song. So I feel like well, first I'll go to the outro. The outro, great outro. I feel like it really kind of encapsulates the whole entire album as a whole. Um Ryan, I did go back and listen to the outro. You barely notice it, man. Unless you ask for it, bro, you did not notice it at all. But yeah, no, I think overall great, great album. I was go so some of my personal favorite songs is Lift Off, The Future's Calling, South of Payson, and Hannah also a banger. Those three are probably like my top three songs on that album. Um some I guess my least favorite I would probably say leave it all just for the facts that I mean I critiqued it the most and
Yeah.
all of it still I still hold true to that like
Yep.
um but also I feel like yeah that's just my personal preference. Hold Your Hand I feel like isn't my I'm not gonna be like oh bro I hate
Right.
trash or anything. All of them I was just like oh no this is good it's just not my favorite it's not my preference. But I would say I appreciate the meaning behind Hold Your Hand, kind of like what Ryan was saying. And that song's just not for me at this point right now. So, but overall, man, a great album. If I had to give it a number, you know me, so I
Right.
don't rate
Right.
too
This
many
I'm
things
not holding
super high, bro.
any water with
So
this number,
like,
bro. Zero.
so
Zero with this
I
number.
literally like there are for those of you that don't know me, like I don't rate too many songs, albums, movies
Very
very
rare.
highly.
Very rare.
Um, so I say this number in the grand scheme of it, it's hard for to get any. It's hard for anybody to get a 8, 9, or 10 for me. So I'm personally going to rate this album a 6.5 to 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
I would say I enjoyed it. I love you and I love the meaning of this album, man. I feel like this has shown so much of your growth behind the beat making. Um, but I feel like that honestly, that's just a great album. There's no song on it where I'm like that's trash or anything. Like
Yeah.
some of them I'm going to re-listen to. Home is I'm gonna add that to my playlist, and whenever it bumps on, I'm so it. But overall, I just love this album, man. I feel like this probably is my favorite JDS album. I was going over and looking your other albums. earlier, and like this one is probably my favorite. Like Burn the Box 2 is a great album. Craxus is it's a great album too, but I think we've only seen nothing but steady growth
Yeah.
those three albums. So yeah.
Dang, bro, that's good. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, and yeah, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all of you guys making this time and just carving out time and listening to this, because this is like I said, this is what I stay up doing late nights. This is what I do to release emotions or whatever the case might be, and I'm just so thankful to have all you guys a part of this, regardless of what time zone, where you're from, how I've connected with you. This is all something that you guys just support within me, and say, dude, like we're so proud of you, of what you do. And the album listening party too was crazy. I had like 3 people there too who like barely knew me, and they were like, wow, we can just tell like what you've done and how much this means to you and and how seriously you take this. And so I think some people also here don't realize, unless they're a part of the making process, of how much I do care about it. Because 80% of the people at the listening party, I were more friends than they were like this, like the think tank, or like people who critique and know like my music, and they were like, so this is what you're doing like late at night. This is why you don't hang out with us sometimes. And it's true. That's just what it is. This is my passion. This is what I love. I have no idea what's coming up next. I have a lot of other personal things going on. We're moving, second year starting, my job, like I literally I have an idea of what I want to do next, but as far as like solidified, I have no idea. I might just let life happen, because I thought about doing a worship album. I thought about making a trilogy. I thought about maybe making a love album, or making a post metal rock metalcore album. Like I thought of everything. So I have no idea. This is like kind of like also too my like the thing that I wanted to say so badly, because Craxus was processing the move, right? Getting over that traumatic hump. And then this is the nostalgia and the reflection of it afterwards, of how much I care about North Carolina, how much I care about Arizona, and just like the meaning and how much it is just to me. And I've already gotten some people who have texted me and be like, bro, this is like some of your craziest work. I had someone actually text me today. She goes, I might consider Hold Your Hand as my first wedding dance song. That's crazy. That's insane. And I'm not like that's just nuts. So, and yeah, I just had so much fun. Liftoff is crazy. The future calling home, I'm so proud of. And yeah, guys, seriously, thank you for being here. Thanks for carving out 3, almost 4 hours of your time just to listen to some dude you guys freaking know that makes music on the side. And yeah, at the end of the day, it's funny how Jeffrey was like, "Oh, dude, the stadiums and the arenas you're gonna be in one." It's not about that. That never about the views, never about the money, never about it. It is, at the end of the day, it is music that I love and I enjoy and I care about. But seriously, guys, thank you so much for being here. It means the absolute world. You guys have no idea. To preview some of these songs, Ryan, for you to be on it, Child, for me to send some to you, Benyon, for you to hear like 3/4 of the album on your way almost home. It's just, it's just, it's memories I'll never forget, because it's tied directly to who I am. And I know at the end of the day, because it doesn't matter what anybody else says, I have this core group. I have these people, that you guys care so much about. And it goes bigger than the music too. Like every single one of you have impacted my life in such a way that you have no idea. You might think you have an idea, but you don't. And it's just amazing just to see it all come full circle. And, Sean and Nathan and more other people, who are part of this too. And that just made this album so special. But yeah, seriously, thank you guys. I appreciate you so much. I know you guys have crap lives to get back to, but yeah, I don't know how else to wrap it up. I'm gonna end the recording here.